Hello everybody and welcome back to the Ammo Bus Videos YouTube channel. I'm Ammo Bus Videos, otherwise known as Ammo Central, depending on what day of the week and what video you're watching. And welcome to another episode of OMSI 2. This time we're back in London. It has been a while. I'm going to start setting the bus up though, because I do seem to be causing a little bit of chaos behind me, where we've got the lovely London C200 or London City Bus C200. As part of the London add-on, you get this lovely vehicle. You can see it comes in the standard red that's behind us, bus I've replaced and the other bus arriving. And we're driving it in this lovely livery that in a short few moments I will explain once we have the vehicle set up. Now I do always forget how these start. There we go. So, and then we need to get the blinds set up. So once this all works, get some daytime lights on, we will get some lights on there, and we'll get this onto 201. There we go, we've gone straight past it, and we need, there we go, St Leonard's Church. So we're driving this on the 201 from Herne Hill Station to Streatham Bus Station, otherwise known as St Leonard's Church, and where the service terminates, and then runs around to the bus station. And this will be our vehicle in the lovely, lovely Superloop livery, the brand new, run by Arriva, Superloop SL5. So the Superloop SL5 is the latest addition to this brand new idea that Transport for London are bringing out, where they're inventing the Superloop, where they're basically creating looping bus services around London to make it sort of easy to connect around the outskirts of the capital. There's always been quite a lot of...
To Streatham, St Leonard's Church.
There we go. There's always been quite a lot of focus around having vehicles in the centre, not too much outside, so to make it easier for commuters to sort of travel around the outskirts of the city, potentially avoid this in the central area, and it's quite understandable if you live there. The SL Superloops have been invented. When I was at Heathrow, I had the pleasure of seeing one of them. I didn't go on it but I did see one of them as part of the first, or I think the second SL Superloop route that was invented. They were basically got rid of a few of the other express services, a few of the other limited stop services on other main peripheral routes, basically renumbering them, slightly rerouting them in cases to make them SLs, so the Superloops. So this is a strange one, is the SL5, because the SL5, I believe at the moment, is the only one to use single deckers. And even with that, the E200s are short wheelbase, shorter length single deckers. So it's really strange and quite unique to have a vehicle of this size, especially somewhere like London, when you think of London being absolutely huge, to have a vehicle of this small size running what is being advertised as an express service. However, the SL5 is more of a link route rather than one of the main peripheral... where's that bus stop? No one for us, okay. I don't know why none of the blinds are working. There we go. There we go.
Guernsey Grove.
So it is more one of the connecting SLs rather than one of the major key corridors that does explain the smaller size of vehicle. But today it's going to be on the 201 because why not? And we don't have any SLs in the game, so I thought, well, I might as well at least use this vehicle on a suitable route on the map. Because I don't want to put this on the 159, for example, as that would just be painful and rather unrealistic. We may as well get a screenshot here. There we go, look at that. Oh, get rid of the low temperature warning. Otherwise that would have been quite a nice screenshot without the low temperature warning in the corner. So as I say, the route is scheduled to take about half an hour. We'll see if it takes that long or not. Hopefully it will be slightly quicker than that, but we shall see. I don't have the passenger levels on high or the traffic levels on high, purely because I don't want to be sitting in traffic in a virtual game today. I can do it sometimes, depending on the mood, but not today. When you've sat in enough virtual traffic in real life in recent times, the last thing you want to do is sit in virtual traffic in a game. Rather be when you're sat in it in real life, that is enough usually. Might have wiped out a cone there slightly, I think, because those roadworks slightly took me by surprise. So I've also chosen to drive the ZF1 again. I feel if you've watched quite a lot of my videos, the ZF1 requires no introduction anymore. Basically, the gearbox on this just sounds a lot more tuneful, and there's a lot more sound to this than the Voice 200 in the game. That's why I choose the ZF1, because there's just a little bit more sound to listen to. Does my camera not work? Well, that's a wee bit disappointing.
201 to Streatham, St Leonard's Church.
Oh! Oh, the cars and police cars and things pulling into me. Okay. Wasn't quite expecting that. But there we go. We didn't make it through the lights anyway, so... Hey ho, these things happen. Let's get another nice screenshot of this, because that looks... It's just the lighting. It seems to be quite rare for me to actually get the vehicle in the correct lighting for the direction I travel. I tend to usually end up driving against the sun rather than towards it, so away from it. When you drive away from it, you can't get as many good screenshots.
Lancaster Avenue.
What are we doing for time? Oh, we are actually a couple of minutes early. Oh dear. Okay. That's okay then. Being a couple of minutes early is not something I'm going to complain about. You would in real life have to stop being 4 minutes early, but here it isn't as bad.
201 to Streatham, Elm Court Road.
Feels strange if I go to Streatham Station where I have to put St Leonard's Church on. Very strange is that. I'd have just thought we'd have just had Streatham Station on the blind.
To Streatham, St Leonard's Church. Avenue Park Road.
Yep, so there we go, Low Bridge. Double deckers turn back. Thankfully we're not double decker, so we'll just shoot through that. One thing I really do like with Addon London, if you haven't already, I do recommend getting it. I believe it does go on sale now in some of the Steam sales. I believe. If not, it probably will do at some point. The one thing I really like about Addon London is all the AI vehicles. I think that's what just sets it apart from other maps, is your sheer variety of routes, the fact that it is all realistic. You go to these places, these shops are here, these road junctions are here, all of that lot. The routes have slightly changed now, but these things happen. But you do get all the other AI buses passing you, so you don't feel like you just stand alone, or it's unrealistic where there's just your route going round and no other service when it's like a big city or something like that. So there's just a little bit more realism attached that I think is really good, because you do get not just the routes that you can drive, but you do get the AI routes as well. So there's just a lot more to see, and you just feel like you are part of an actual city bus operation. Not something I personally like to do in real life. I personally like driving expresses and contracts and stuff like that, but it gives a nice realism for what it is like to drive a sort of the city network.
(201) to Stratton, St Leonard's Church.
Come on, boss, you can do this. Let's actually wait for that car to go, shall we? A car that popped up rather out of nowhere then. Won't go straight into that if we can help it. We're doing okay for time. Does seem to be struggling up the hills though, does this? I think it might be because of how many people I've got on. And the fact that I have unintentionally, unrealistically put this as an SN57 plate.
St Martin's Estate.
I do think once all the Superloops and bits like that are done, I think the odd, because we do have the 24 route that I do keep meaning to download. It just keeps escaping me, does that. I do want to download the London 24 route at some point. I will do it, and we'll drive Addon London route 24 very soon, because I do have Addon London, so I may as well drive the 24 route. So that is something I am working on. I do want to drive that route at some point, so do watch out for that. But it would be quite nice when the Superloops are done to get a Superloop route. I'm not saying potentially Heathrow Airport, something like that, because that in itself would be a task. But potentially a route even just like the SL5, like this one, just something...
201 to Stratton, St Leonard's Church.
There we go. So just something that we could drive a Superloop, see a couple of other buses in delivery, and have the SLs on the blind, even if it's a fictitious route. I just feel it'd be quite cool to just get that sense of a... Because they do have the X68 in this game, but... just to sort of keep up to date with it all, because this is your basic London routes, but these Superloops is one of the most exciting things that's happened with London services, one of the biggest transformations since all the buses have to be painted red, since the red reformation. So it's a really cool cool period, something quite exciting. Oh, has he decided he wants the bus now? There we go, just in time. For all those people getting off, you won't be on the bus.
201 to Stratton, St Leonard's Church. Rupel Road.
I do also think it's really cool that we do have the routes like the 201, the 322, stuff like that in this game, purely because they're just compared to what you expect as a standard London service. Oh, we don't want to do that. There we go. They're not what you expect when you sort of think of, oh, let's see London red buses, and I think that was quite cool as a perception for people in the enthusiast world who necessarily haven't been to London or haven't done the peripheral outskirts, because you don't necessarily do them when you go. I've had the pleasure of having to check out that far the odd time for a few bits of work and bits like that.
To Streatham, St Leonard's Church.
So I have had the pleasure of doing that. And when I went out that far, I was coming back and I bumped into a Little E200 on a local service. Yes, I didn't get on it. I had a different vehicle and a different service. But I did see it going through the estates, and I thought it was really, really cool. I got a nice photograph of it, and for me that was really, really random, just seeing this older E200 lurking around sort of on this really small and local service outside in West London, I believe it was. So it was quite cool. Something incredibly totally random. I think it was an 09 plate from memory. But when you think of London, you think of all these brand new electric buses, stuff like that you see in the capital. You never dream of seeing an older single decker like this in the capital anymore. I mean, there used to be the service, I don't know if it still runs with older vehicles. It probably has new ones now. But there was the service that you used to see by Victoria Coach Station. That was a single decker route, and the last time I saw that had some old E200s on it. I don't think it does have them anymore now, but it definitely used to. And then when you go up to King's Cross, I think it's the 436, potentially. Or 476, I believe it is. 476 that goes to Northumberland Park. That had some old Voith Gemini 2s on, the ones that we knew to first. That had a couple of them on there. That was incredibly random sighting, was that? Because I believe when I returned north, that same day, I believe or something around the same time, my next photograph was of one of the Sheffield vehicles that's from the exact same batch. So it was incredibly random. So I'd managed to photograph one from the exact same batch up in Sheffield, and then photograph one still in operation in London. So here we go. So that's Streatham Bus Garage.
To Streatham, St Leonard's Church.
If I remember correctly, the bus garage isn't too far out from the centre. I think it's about 5 minutes or something like that.
Streatham Hill Station, Streatham Hill.
Don't pull out. Because he did anyway. I'm glad I looked in my mirror and swerved, because he pulled out anyway.
To Streatham, St Leonard's Church.
There we go, and we got a couple more stops. We are very early, goodness me. Done very well for time, safe to say. Yeah, still got a few more stops and then we're there. And if you lot don't want to get on, I will just go, then that's fine. Not waiting around for you to decide.
201 to Streatham, St Leonard's Church. Mount Ephraim Road. 201 to Streatham St.
What I love
Leonard's
about
Church.
this bus is, in real life, if you started setting off the middle door, it would just lock you until the middle door shuts and then go. However, it is pretty cool to just be able to set off while the doors are shutting. Incredibly unrealistic, but still cool.
To Streatham St. Leonard's Church.
I do think the Superloop roundel is pretty cool. I do feel like they could have done something with the centre bit, but because it just seems a bit random, all the colours on the outside and then just the white in the centre. But I do think overall it does look really cool. That car's gonna pull into me. It's not in front, it's not behind, they will just drive into me. Addon London, and the only negative about Addon London.
To Streatham St. Leonard's Church.
How far away are we now? We must be nearly there. So did we stop? That was Beckmead, was that? Oh yeah, but theoretically it's the next stop apparently for St Leonard's Church. Even though we are going through to Streatham Station, but
Streatham St. Leonard's Church.
we also do have to ignore the fact that these are just your standard seats, not the Arriva style of seats that they use in London. Yes, they use these style of seats to Arriva outside of London, but in London they have their own specialist seats. I don't know if it's because they're lighter, for like the weight stuff or anything like that, but they use totally different style seats in London. Just as a heads up. There we go, there goes another 201.
To Streatham St. Leonard's Church.
We're nearly there.
Streatham Station.
There we go.
This bus terminates here. Please take all your belongings with you. This bus terminates here. Please take all your belongings with you.
Do not use double decks on the 201. Aye, we've seen the two low bridges, don't worry about that one. So there we go. So that was the 201 route. We ran it immensely early. That was the 201 route. A nice run overall from St. Hearn Station all the way through to Streatham. So I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have done, do be sure to click that like button so that more people can find it and enjoy like you have. And if you haven't already, do be sure to subscribe to the Amobus Videos YouTube channel for more content like this from the simulation section from the world of OMSI 2, as well as an archive of around 7,000 backseat and engine-focused public transport videos from the UK and beyond, with buses, trams, trains and more. There's some fun on there for everyone, with additional 21 videos added per week, alongside the OMSI 2 simulation section videos every week. Once again, I'd like to thank you all for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed this one, and I will see you all in the next video, mate. Goodbye for now. Bye.